How many people were in the lunch session? Michael Morton. Awesome. We heard Michael Morton talk about the massive wrong done on him and how it affected his son and how his son had to look inside himself and change his entire being. In order to go forward with this, we also have to do that, and we have to look at where we've been. May 3rd, 1996, last month will make it 20 years, I became a lawyer. I quickly realized that it wasn't all it was cracked up to be. I thought I was going to be this guy. I thought I was going to be on a hammock looking out over a lake. I thought I'd won the prize. I thought I'd really made it. I was really this guy. And I urge you, after a couple glasses of wine tonight, to go get one of those apps on your iPad and draw yourself. You'll find out a lot about yourself. I was a little misshapen, slightly misunderstood, and disillusioned. But to look at what it is now, you have to look at what was then and what is now. What is the law now? What does it become? Well, we draft documents, we create clauses, we play passive-aggressive games with the other counsel, especially if you're in family law like I am. The classic passive-aggressive is you create the problem and then you blame someone else. Why so disillusioned? I was a waiter. I was a waiter for many, many years, and I learned to create efficiencies. I never went into the kitchen without taking something off the table, and I never came out without doing it. I've become that way as a lawyer with the courthouse and papers and doing the same things. Also, things are getting harder. We have a technological component of the competence that's being telegraphed by the ABA, and it should be. We should become better at these things. We have privacy concerns. We deal with PII, PHI, and all kinds of sensitive data. Why artificial? We have artificial turf, artificial cheese, we have artificial crab, and yes, we also have artificial insemination. If you can, in fact, create life in an artificial manner, I think that we can also create a better way of practice using artificiality in artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is merely intelligence exhibited by machines. It's an element that takes an action and a trigger, and then it does something else. And we try to automate that. It is a standard if this, then that component. It is simply automation of saving steps, just like when we were waiters or we were going in and out of the kitchen. It is a way to create efficiencies. It's a way to take away those pain points and those things that just drive you crazy because you're stuck at a stoplight or whatever. We're afraid. Why are we afraid? Well, we all saw the 1983 movie War Games. Shall we play a game? And the great fear here is that the machine would take over, that lawyer robots would appear and take away our jobs, take away our livelihoods. But we already have AI in general practice all over the place. IFTTT, Zapier, Outlook rules by classifying things into mailboxes automatically if they come from a certain email address. If you choose using if this then that, which is an app, it will automatically take a contact and create a backup in Google spreadsheets. IBM is the major player in this market, has been 1996. Deep Blue beats Garry Kasparov in chess. 2011, Watson beats 2 Jeopardy champions. 2013, the first commercial application. It's pervasive. Apple, 3 days ago, announced at WWDC that Siri, which is the AI component baked into their operating system, we all use it, is going to be available on Mac, MacBook, Apple TV, YouTube, iTunes, and a whole bunch of other applications. It is already in our general practices. We use things like snippets and text expander and Apple Script, some of us. And snippets, for example, if you were to, in your billing application on your phone, type in TC, it's going to automatically expand and create the phrase that you want it to. There's no reason why we can't take this further. It's already in discovery. We have predictive coding and technology assisted review. Smart forms are coming, which will give you the if-then component for certain clauses. AI premonition uses big data to tell you which lawyers are winning in front of which judges. It's also in the law. As Gabriella Adrani-Zielke mentioned this morning, BrainSpace, the Dallas startup, is the de facto standard in this space. Gorgias, also AI intelligence component. Ross Legal, which is marketed and touted as the son of Watson. They actually licensed the technology from IBM. It surfaces relevant passages in a natural language query and then gives you a smart, interactive way to further do the research. What if, and this is the big question, what if you could mash up or merge the functions for things that you do in your practices, such as information intake, document assembly, negotiation? If you were to be able to place characteristics or markers about a judge and be able to predict and offer a predictive outcome, you'd be more efficient with your clients, they'd be happier. If you could take the IFTTT model, for motions and create, for example, tiers of cases, tier 1, 2, 3 being the most expensive. And then if something happened, a set of documents or motions would automatically be created. If you can do that, if we can be better, if we can look at ourselves as Michael Morton's son did when he reinvented himself, we can create efficiencies, predictive outcomes, we can help lawyers, and we can be that same lawyer, mashed up as we are, but do a better job at it. Thanks.